I know Dubai is a good investment.
He is here, international DJ.
You have to care about the developer.
Who these developers are and their legitimacy.
Hello.
Mr. Rashwan, pleasure. Pleasure. Nice
How are
to
you,
see
Mr. Tick?
Pleasure.
How's everything? All good?
How you, man?
Hi.
Good to
Ahmed.
meet you.
How are you?
Ben season. Good to meet you.
My client from the Caribbean, he is here, international DJ.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He's got some money to spend, and I know that Evolutions does have a product offering that isn't focused on one classification, I guess we could say.
100%.
So I wanted to bring him here so you could kind of take him through what his offerings are, what your offerings are. 4.5 million USD is what we're working with.
Okay.
We have like a pack up and go kind of lifestyle. But I know Dubai is a good investment, you know, so we're looking
100%.
for, I mean, honestly, I'm taking your advice. If we're looking for an investment and a place to stay, or just an investment.
I think maybe Tech will be surprised by this because actually our platform is not only designed for Dubai because we have a project in Morocco as well, Casablanca. So let me take you through what we have,
Please.
and then we take it from there.
All right.
Morocco.
Let's see Morocco, Casablanca. And this will be the first branded residence in Casablanca by Elisab. Elisab, as everyone knows, he's a famous designer.
Yeah.
And this will be his first collaboration in Morocco, especially Casablanca. Very, very, very prime location in Casablanca, facing the water. We're talking about 7 residential buildings, low-rise between G+4, G+3, and we have 24 villas and semi-detached.
An investment kind of thing, or it's something where I go to Morocco to live here? This is where I want to see home.
See, I believe it can work both ways. Community. What I mean by this, like, there are no accessibility for cars that can access the community. All cars will be underground. So this is also
like
an
that.
added value. The area itself in Casablanca is booming. You are surrounded by international schools. One of Morocco's biggest mall will be coming right next to you. So basically, when it comes to investment, yes, it might be good for investment, but mainly all the people that bought from us, they are looking to live for themselves because it's a gated community, it's one of a kind, and Elisab, first project in Morocco. So people who wants to live in something that is unique, that is one and only, this is their best choice.
So just to understand, we're here in Dubai.
Yeah.
We're downtown right now. Why is Evolutions offering Moroccan projects in Morocco?
That's an interesting question.
Yeah, because I'm thinking I flew to Dubai, I want to live here.
Okay.
You're now taking me to another country. Even Georgia, there's expanding with invest. So what's the logic there?
See, if you of course understand the market in Dubai. The market in Dubai is very diversified. We have people from over 200 countries are living, and we have around a minimum of 20 to 25 million visitors coming to Dubai. So the good thing about Evolutions, we saw that there are other countries where we can penetrate the market and also offer the project here in Dubai. Because as you know, people came from the US, people came from UK, from Europe, from everywhere. Whoever is investing in Dubai has the appetite to invest somewhere else.
Yes.
They just need to see it.
And the benefit to Evolutions is you're in the Evolutions family, and we can take you from this country to this country to this country.
Exactly.
Understood.
Very, very soon, within the next 12 months, Evolutions will be operating in more than 8 countries.
It's interesting. A lot of people think I'm Moroccan here. So
Yeah.
I've never thought of Morocco, but I might now.
I was expecting, because you look like Moroccan.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it is.
I mean, maybe from the perspective, because you're international, to have a little hub around the world in different places. Okay.
Yeah, maybe.
So now let's move into Dubai project.
Okay.
This project we recently launched. It's called the Elysian. It's in one of the most promising area that recently coming in the market. It's called Jumeirah Garden City. It's off Sheikh Zayed in the center of Dubai.
Okay.
The project has a very unique feature. It's not, the area itself doesn't have like a high density building. We're talking all the building are averaging between G plus 8, G plus 10.
Okay.
The building offers studios, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, and 3 bedroom penthouse.
Right.
And as you can see, very decent architecture design. The project comes with a lot of facilities, and also some of the apartment, yes, as you can see, coming with a very interesting plunge pool.
Wow.
Do people, when they get exposed to different projects at Evolutions, do they start to question who these developers are and
Yeah,
the
of course.
legitimacy?
Of course.
Because 2 years in the business, to have all these projects and then be in 8 countries coming up, that's pretty impressive.
Yes.
Like, that's fast growth. So,
100%. So I think in the beginning when we started, yes, people, because they didn't know the concept, they didn't know the idea behind Evolutions. But right now we're not getting that question a lot because khalas, now people trust. When the project comes to Evolution, it means it gone through all the KPIs that Evolution has, like the design, the pricing, the location, and everything, and even the quality of the finishing. So basically now we're not getting that question a lot, but in the beginning, yes. But of course, people ask, who is the developer? What's the developer background?
Yeah.
And what they have done. Mostly, most of the developers we have, I would say around 70% of them are new boutique developers.
got you. From a client's perspective, do you care about the developer of your project that you're going to buy?
Look, I don't know that much, so I'd have to take it on advice. You know, I trust you, so I know you'll take me to where people are reputable.
If you are buying a property outside of the UAE and outside of Dubai specifically,
Yes.
you have to care about the developer.
Yes. Okay.
However, when you are buying a property inside the UAE and in Dubai specifically, you trust the government before
Yes.
you trust the developer. Because all the real estate developers, all the real estate transactions here are monitored by Dubai Land Department, which is the authority that's responsible. So I would believe, yes, if I'm buying in XYZ country, I would have to make sure that this developer have delivered before, has a good track record, has a good reputation.
Right.
But when it comes to Dubai, because the government is taking that on your behalf, the government is doing this on your behalf.
Right.
They are not registering any developer until they go through all these checklists.
Right.
That's replying to your question.
Yes, no, of course.
So for an area like this and a property like this, would you advise a studio, 2-bed, 4-bed?
See, I would always advise, especially when you are buying
As an investment.
as an investment, because see, there is some, I don't know, some people might agree with me on this and some people might not agree, but I'm gonna tell you now, because everyone coming to Dubai, they are looking for a small size apartment, studio or a 1-bedroom.
Right.
If you look at the projection of the studios and 1-bedroom, and if you are looking for a real investment that can make you a good amount of money within the next couple of like 2-3 years, go for 2 or 3 bedrooms. And a lot of people will agree on that.
Really?
Yeah. Because
Less quantity of 2 to 3 beds.
100%.
Therefore, later on,
Take
that
on
is
this
what's going to be.
exactly. However, if we look at what the government and UAE is attracting
Yeah.
over the last few years,
Yeah.
we are not becoming the bachelor city anymore. Now we are attracting more families. Yes, bachelor will remain the same, but we are more looking into onboarding international families to come and live and stay here. All the regulation, all the rules are focusing towards that direction.
Interesting.
Cityview is actually, this is our second collaboration with them. If you remember, we launched before Height by Cityview in Dubai Health Space, almost sold out. This
Wow.
is the second project in Motor City.
You say Motor City?
Yeah,
Yeah, where's the racetrack in comparison to this?
it's this side.
This side, okay.
Yeah,
You like racing, right?
No, my wife does though.
yeah, exactly.
I like to cruise. That's
But
my
see,
thing.
one of the most important thing about the details that we are always focusing before we are bringing any project on board. Yes, we're gonna be facing the Autodrome, which is one of the most iconic landmarks in Dubai. However, we realize that, okay, people might not like the sounds of car.
That was actually going to be my next question.
Exactly. So what we have done, let me show you.
I love
We
that
have
you anticipated that.
Auto drone proof glass.
Whoa.
Exactly. So this will be
That's crazy.
see how thick it is.
Yeah,
Okay. And this is fully isolation.
that's amazing.
So
Bro, I need
whatever,
this.
if there is, David Guetta is having a party right inside and you just shut it down, you will hear nothing.
I need this for my studio.
Now, okay, let's do a comparison. This looks like a fully glass building that is beautifully crafted.
Yeah.
This is obviously an example.
Yes, this is an
So
example
this thickness-
of the technology that will be used
Yes.
in the windows and the balconies and all these stuff.
We can't have people thinking my window at home is going to look like an airplane in the military.
It's not. Have you been to Burj Khalifa, any of the high schools?
Yeah. You can't.
They have something similar to this. So
That's amazing.
yeah, basically, this is the small details that we're always looking at when we are having any development here, because we always think 2-3 steps ahead. So it's good to have the autodrome. It's good to be overlooking a race or something.
Yeah.
But if you want to sleep, you
noise
don't want to listen
pollution.
to that sound.
So
Yeah.
maybe your wife, because she likes racing, is going to say, "What's up with these windows? I can't hear anything."
I say, honey.
Yes, exactly.
No, I mean, I need, because when you're producing music, you don't want to disturb the neighbors or the people.
Exactly. So
So that's also really good.
that's we took care of it.
And one of the
That's amazing.
benefits of Hyde is that they do have that DJ room.
Yes, we have
What?
DJ room. Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
What?
get to that.
Should have opened with that.
Yeah.
I feel like sorry, go ahead.
No, please.
I feel like Arjan is more of a suburb, more family oriented.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
You can say that because the amount of schools are operating
Yeah.
in Arjan, we're talking about a minimum of 4 international schools. But the main focus in this project is we are offering the most attractive payment plan in UAE.
How so?
Literally in UAE.
0%
This
down.
project, no.
0.5 a month.
Okay.
Whenever
Wait,
you hear this 0% down, you have to run because there is something fishy about it.
Okay.
So basically, we are offering a 5 years post-payment plan. Post-payment plan is a term, maybe you didn't hear it before, but we are giving you the opportunity to pay 60% till handover, and once you have the property, you can pay the 40% for 5 years after handover.
Interestingly enough, in the automotive industry, if you have a payment plan that lasts too long, there's something called upside down, where the value of your car is now less than what you still owe. And so that's opposite for real estate.
Right.
It's
Because
totally
naturally, value will
Because
go up.
basically, people are buying properties in Dubai. I think most of them are buying for investment because here we're talking about 80% of the population are living on rent. So just once you get the property, once you receive the keys, you can rent it out the next day, because we are adding something on the top. It's fully furnished apartment. Turnkey product.
Wow.
So you just receive it. You don't even to think about furnishing the property. You can rent it the next day,
That's
and
interesting.
just make money like that.
It is interesting, especially if you're going to go on tour, rocking and rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hyde is an international brand. It belongs to Ennismore. Ennismore is the lifestyle arm of Accor Group.
Okay.
What I mean by this is every hotel brand they have, especially under Ennismore, it has a different DNA. So Hyde is more into a musical brand,
Interesting.
like where you can go, if you can see even the way how we design the amenities of the building. It's more into a lifestyle resort for parties and stuff like that.
Ah.
And
Where is this located?
it's in the most beautiful community in Dubai, Dubai Hills.
Dubai Hills.
Yeah.
I have some friends there.
Dubai Hills was voted the most desirable community for Dubai residents to live in.
Really?
Like people voted that even if they're not living there, they wanted to live there.
Even locals.
Even locals, internationals, everyone. Dubai Hills is having the right formula of a city inside a city. And we have managed to get the best plot available in Dubai Hills. This is the one and only plot that will have the full park
Oh, wow.
view.
I highly recommend every time you are shown another building with a payment plan, and this is the new offering with the amenities, to zoom out and see what your actual lifestyle would be
100%.
like.
Yeah.
Dubai Hills Mall is right here. This is your property with your resort living, but then you have the park right here. A very long park, and watching every other building, they'll just watch you living your best life. Access to the highway, it's all the things that you don't think about when you're just thinking about the price of a 2-bed.
Right.
But please, yes.
Right.
But if you look today at people who are buying properties in Dubai, the age went way
Yep.
below that.
Yep.
We have people that actually 21 years old and they have property. Thanks for social media. Thanks for YouTube. Because people are actually making money
making
out
money.
of these platforms
Yep.
and in a very, very young age.
Yeah.
If you look at I would believe we are in the same age, but if you look at our same age between like 35 to 40 years old, this is the time when we start making money and investing. But over the last few years, and after the social media is becoming growing and people are making money out of it,
Yeah.
the generation of investors and the generation
It's younger.
of people who are buying properties in Dubai went at least 10 years below.
But then that adds a whole new category of competitors
Exactly.
in the buying market, right?
And also, these people come with a different
Mentality,
ideas and different mentalities, and they want a lot of things to be available inside their buildings and the amenities.
And at the same time, you also still said families are moving here. So a benefit to Evolutions, which is why I brought you, you have the scope of, do you want the amenities as a young person would require over 10, 20 years? Or do you want the family aspect in the different regions of Dubai, let alone outside the UAE?
I think you just explained it briefly. Like, the idea of evolution is just you're entering as if you are entering to Harrods in UK. As if you're entering to a real estate mall. You just enter, you have different payment plan, you have different categories of apartments, you have different categories of properties between studio, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, even penthouses. And also you have different location and different price points. You go out from here, you understand what you want, you know exactly what are the diversity in the market, and you can just take the decision faster. So basically, we have different options of payment plan. So whatever your cash flow, we can find something for it.
What do you say about the international investor, I guess you could say? They're seeing Dubai, I want to go purchase over there. I have so many options to make that one decision, and I want the best possible choice. Does that best possible choice exist? There are a lot of options.
Yes.
Is it overwhelming for you?
I think it's it depends on the circumstance. I think for us, like I said, our lifestyle right now, I don't want to commit to living in a place that feels that I have to do heavy maintenance on, that I have to maintain. I've been in those situations. I don't want to be in there. But as an investment property, I think there's a lot more. Yeah.
You want peace of mind.
Yeah.
Here's the layout. These are the 3 options for you.
Yeah.
You have peace of mind here in this area, this region. You know that from an investment point of view, Evolutions can show you new options to come in the future.
Yeah.
From North America to Dubai, it's halfway around the world. I need some reassurance that this is going to be it. I would say take that out of your mind, that it is the final decision. This is it. It's really just get your feet wet. The whole region is booming.
Yeah.
Now, to say that, please answer. Dubai, real estate, bubble, the prices are too high. It's going to come crashing down. We don't want to invest. We want to just go to Tulum. We want to just go to the Dominican for an investment. What's your take on
There's
that?
a lot of noise.
When you say the price the prices are too high. Too high comparing to what? If you compare Dubai to all the major cities around the world,
Yeah, UK.
we are way much below what they are selling.
Sure.
However, if you compare the quality of living,
That's what I was gonna say. The quality of life and why we came
Exactly.
to Dubai, why we think about Dubai is because we know quality of life.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
Of course, of
Yep.
course.
Thank you,
My
Mr.
pleasure.
Rashwan.
Always
We'll be
pleasure.
back, man. Definitely.
always pleasure, Tech.
Thank you,
I'll see you
thank
soon.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna drive you to your rehearsals right now. And long story short, that's how.
My name is Ahmed Rashwan, and soon enough, you will have access to see international properties, all under one roof, all under Evolution.